Hello everyone, welcome back to the synchronous motor drives. So last lecture we discussed true synchronous mode of operation of a synchronous motor drive. So in that lecture we have given the idea about the difference between a true synchronous mode and a self-controlled mode. True synchronous mode is the open loop control method where the variable frequency control of synchronous motor is achieved by using a separate independent oscillator. There will not be any feedback using any type of sensors. So this is the open loop method, and the second method, self-controlled mode. As the name implies, it will definitely have a feedback by using rotor position sensor or stator voltage sensor. So a machine is said to be in self-controlled mode if it gets variable frequency from an inverter whose thyristors are fired in a sequence using information from rotor position sensor or stator voltage measurement. So let's see using a rotor position sensor. So rotor position sensor measures the rotor position with respect to the stator and sends corresponding pulses to the thyristor. Hence the frequency of inverter output is decided by rotor speed. Here the supply frequency is changed so that the synchronous speed is same as rotor speed, and hence the current cannot be pulled out of slip and hunting oscillations are eliminated. A self-controlled motor has the properties of DC machine both under steady state and dynamic conditions. It is just like a DC machine without any commutator. So it can be known as a commutatorless motor if a synchronous motor is working in self-controlled mode. So this is one of the schematic diagram. Here you can see that this is inverter, DC supply and stator, and here we are used a rotor position sensor, some sort of optical sensor or absolute magnetic position encoder. Any type of transducer we are using to find out this position theta, and depending upon the theta the control signals are generated. So that is in terms of rotor speed. The theta is indication of the rotor speed, and based on that inverter frequency is switched. Inverter frequency are decided. So this is a feedback method. So this is one of the method of self-controlled mode of synchronous motor. Similar way we can use stator voltage sensor. Here the firing pulses of inverter switches are derived from a stator induced voltage. So actually the stator induced voltage depends upon rotor position. So instead of using rotor position sensor, you can measure the stator induced voltages. So synchronous machine with the inverter can be considered to be similar to a line commutated converter where the firing pulses are synchronized with the line voltage. So variable speed synchronous motor drives are generally operated in self-controlled mode. So in most of the cases synchronous motor drives are operating in the self-controlled mode. So here you can see two configuration. That is self-controlled mode using rotor position sensor or stator voltage sensor with the VSI, voltage source inverter. So VSI fed synchronous motor drives, it can be either in self-controlled mode or a true synchronous mode. So first one is the self-controlled mode using rotor position sensor or stator voltage sensor. So here you can see that there is a multi-stage conversion. This is three-phase AC supply. It is converted into regulated DC voltage using a phase controlled rectifier. We have a control on this rectifier. This is a controlled rectifier. It is given to the input of the inverter. Then output is connected to the stator of the synchronous motor. So that you can see we can control the voltage using this phase controlled rectifier, control the frequency in the inverter by controlling the inverter. And if it is a PWM inverter, both voltage and frequency control are available within this inverter. So you can use uncontrolled rectifier here. And it is self-controlled mode, means that the rotor speed actually sensed from a feedback. That is the actual speed. You can see that it is sensed using either rotor position sensor or a voltage sensor. So it is compared with the set speed, and depending upon the control signals are generated, and it decides the voltage and it also decides the frequency. Okay, we need the both information because in fact it is working on based on the V by F control. Here the output frequency is controlled by the inverter and the voltage is controlled by this rectifier. If the inverter is PWM inverter, both the frequency and voltage can be controlled within this inverter itself. So as we all know, up to base frequency, V by F ratio is kept constant, and above the base speed, F is varied by keeping V at the rated value. So this is self-controlled mode. Similarly, using a VSI fed synchronous motor drive can be operated in the true synchronous mode. That means there will not be any feedback. Rectifier, there is a three-phase supply, diode rectifier, and inverter, and synchronous motor stator is connected to the output of the inverter, and speed actually calculated using a crystal oscillator. So the frequency, there is a oscillator, independent oscillator, that is continuously varying the frequency, and depending upon the switching frequency is varying. Output frequency and voltage is controlled within the PWM inverter. It is a PWM inverter. If the inverter is not PWM controlled, then voltage is controlled by using a controlled rectifier and frequency is controlled by inverter. And the set value of the actual value of the rotor speed is not obtained using any type of sensor. So this is obtained, this is set by a independent oscillator. So it is an open loop control. So these are the advantages and drawbacks of true synchronous mode of operation. You know, true synchronous mode or open loop mode is best for multi-motor drive. Multi-motor drive is possible, and it involves hunting and stability problems as it is a open loop configuration. It can be implemented using VSI and CSI. Power factor can be controlled in a wound field synchronous motor by controlling the field excitation. And these are the advantages and drawbacks of self-controlled mode. It eliminates the hunting and stability problem, good dynamic response. It can be implemented by using VSI and CSI. Load commutation of inverter is possible and no need of a forced commutation. Power factor can be controlled in a wound field synchronous motor by controlling the field excitation. These are the advantages and disadvantages of true synchronous mode and self-controlled mode of operation. So you go through this true synchronous mode and self-controlled mode and its general schematics, advantages, disadvantages, etc. Next lecture we will discuss one separate self-controlled mode of synchronous motor drive using load commutated converter, that we will discuss in the next lecture.